All right, Shalom. It's your brother Yerah. First and foremost, giving all praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Rachakodash, giving me the spirit to do this lesson. Shalom to the elect of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, that the Lord will have mercy on in these latter days. Shalom to the men of the Lord that are prophesying, preaching, and teaching on the highways and byways in sincerity and in truth, lifting up the standard of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom, shalom. And you can see the title here. It says High-Tech Dystopia or Evolution Leap. Elon Musk rolls out working Neuralink brain implant prototype embedded in live pig. And there's a video which I won't play it, but you can kind of almost say this is a I told you so lesson or we told you so lesson because these prophecies are coming out. I mean, I mean, prolifically. Every day you're seeing more and more confirmation of what the men of the Lord have been trying to tell you, which is we are we are the Israelites. You're not a Negro. You're not a Latino or Native American. That's number one. That's our identity. Number two, Esau Edom is the so-called white man. He is the devil that the Lord and the Bible speaks of, that is to be an example on how to not rule, whose blessing is the sword, whose aim is basically destruction, and to be to lift himself up in vanity, ultimately, you know. So knowing who you are and who the devil is are two main uh, pieces of the gospel, I should say. And the final, last but not least piece is the kingdom of heaven, which is rapidly, rapidly approaching. Now, there's a great and great destruction that will come, and the Lord left prophets, men of the Lord, written throughout all the scriptures on what we would see in those last days. And one of the major prophecies that have not come to pass yet is the mark of the beast, which we're now seeing major uh, bits of news and articles establishing that is indeed what's happening. So I'll just get Revelation 13 and 16. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Now it says here in verse 16, or in their foreheads. Now we see Salakia, Elon Musk, which is who's regarded as a genius, of the wisdom of this world and technology, and a mogul of technology. He's come up with a new company called Neuralink, which I've covered this before, that it basically allows your brain to be linked to computers. Your brain can be translated into computer language to control computers, to receive information, transmit information, and all of those guys that said, well, how the hell is this going to happen? You getting a mark in your forehead. What's that about? Well, this guy is showing you. He's on the cutting edge of it, and he's already got a demo of it this year. All right, saying even next year this thing could be out to the public. So we're in those times, man. It says Elon Musk has unveiled Salakia, a working prototype for the Neuralink skull implant that can communicate with brain cells, seen as a breakthrough cure for an array of ailments for some, and a prelude to a nightmare dystopia for others. Hey, it's not a nightmare for us, because Esau Edom wants America to continue, and they see that this something's off. Things are changing too quickly, so they see it as a dystopia, as the government getting more and more control. And to be honest, if Yahweh Shai wasn't coming back, which is who the world ignorantly calls Christ, it would be a nightmare dystopia, because he would completely destroy this place, the entire earth. You know, as the scriptures say, there'd be no flesh left to save. It says Musk's Neuralink progress update on Friday showed off a functional device implanted into a pig, and that's symbolic because the pig is the symbology of our forefathers in Israel, of uncleanliness, of things you're not to deal with, you're not to eat. You had the Greeks forcefully made us eat swine. So the pig is symbolic here, I think, through the spirit, that he's using that, because ultimately he's trying to force it down your throat. But you're gonna see that he's selling it to you right now. Look at all these benefits. It says which uh, a functional device implanted into a pig, which he says could someday cure a range of important brain and spine problems, including memory loss, blindness, seizures, strokes, and even drug addiction. Now, how many people you think gonna take that? Now, what if the government offers it to you for free, or better yet, even pays you to get it? A lot of jakes are gonna take it, and what they're gonna do is link it right into that blockchain technology, which can be linked to the mark of the beast, which is the digital currency, which is the RFID chip, which they're definitely going to be putting in people's right hands for sure. But when you look at it, let me see if there's a picture of it, of the actual device. Yeah, there it is. That's part of it, I should say. That's a larger version of it, but it's pretty small. It's about an inch thick. Let me see. I don't see it, but that's essentially it. You know, they basically bore a hole into your brain, and that thing can communicate with computers, man. You know, so we're definitely in those times to where that thing can communicate. It's basically going to be like an RFID chip, even a more advanced version of it, because it's going to be slightly bigger in mass, I believe. But the scriptures tell us to look out for these things. That's why the men of the Lord are warning you. That's why they're on the highways and byways every week. You know, we're a beacon. We're to call out to our people and tell us to come out of this madness, because this is the major sign that the Lord is getting ready to judge it. This is one of the last prophecies that got to come. They got to take place before the Lord come back and utterly destroys this place. This is Ezra, Second Ezra, chapter 9, verse 1. It says, "He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself." And that's what we're doing. Whenever we see articles like this that confirm that the prophecies of what the Lord said would happen is happening, hey, we got to push that out, man. It's our duty to do that. That's a service. All right, it's charity, because there's a lot of hard-headed Negroes out there who are of the 2/3 that's not going to hear it, and there's a lot of the 1/3 that won't hear it until it's their time to hear it, until they wake up. But ultimately, the Lord instructed us to measure the times and put this out there, man, because we're in those times. More and every single day, you could almost go to an article confirming the end time prophecy, which is to come to pass. And the mark of the beast is a major, major sign. All right, so we're measuring the time diligently. Then it says, "And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made." You see that? The Lord is about to visit this place, man. Can you understand how big that is? Hey, if you can't see it and your heart is not right to where you don't even want to repent or acknowledge what's going on, you can't deny how crazy of a year 2020 has been. All right, something's changed, something's off, and if you can't sense it now, then you just don't. You're not spiritual. All right. Even some heathen knows something's off. You got Edomites going in saying, "I'll die before they put a chip in me." Esau saying this, and yet a lot of you Jakes are just blind, partying and bullshitting still, man. Hey, 2020 has been the year, man. There ain't no way we going back to normal, and there ain't no way the Lord ain't close to visiting this place, as He just said right here, wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which He made. It says, "Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world," and earthquakes are at an all-time high. I should have got the chart or a graph or something ready to show you, Akim, but we know we seeing news articles on earthquakes every other day. It seems like every week for sure, and we definitely seeing uproars of the people. You know, but to the men of the Lord, I'm gonna get this. This is my last precept here. It says, "Rest in the Lord Yahweh." This is Salakia, Psalms 37:7. It says, "Rest in the Lord Yahweh and patiently wait for Him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way," because Esau is winning. He's winning all over the place. He's basically robbing the entire earth. You know, he's giving out trillions to people on Wall Street and banks and all this madness while everybody else is unemployed, looking for jobs. You know, food insecure, what they say, don't know where the next meal is coming from. He's duping the entire world into buying into his madness. You know, and his science with this whole vaccine thing that's coming up. It looks like he's winning, and truth be told, he is through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, but we know that he's not going to win. All right. It says, fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. All right. So the Lord is telling us to fret not, man. Don't worry about it. It says, verse 8, cease from anger and forsake wrath. That's you Jakes out there that want to pull out guns. I saw a Jake that just popped 3 Edomites, man. Wilding out. Hey, Jake is getting riled up, and that's part of the prophecies too. You got your zealots, but the men of the Lord who are spiritual, we're not gonna be taken into that, man. You know, the scriptures say wisdom shall be the stability of our time, and we're not unstable. Despite things being as hectic as it's ever been before, the spirit got us, man. Ultimately, we're not caught up in that. You know, we forsaken wrath, even though we have it in our spirit. We have a righteous anger, which is what the scriptures call indignation. You don't see us out there getting into fights, you know, having run-ins with the police, you know, wilding out shooting. Although, you know, all of us are justified in doing it, you know, through Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, the Most High, but ultimately he's instructed us to chill. He gave us the script on what we to do, and that's to preach, you know, through the foolishness of preaching. That's what pleases the Most High, all right? That's all we're to do right now. It says, fret not thyself in any wise to do evil. All right. So you jakes that are out there wilding out, doing all kind of committing crimes, even crimes according to Esau standard. Hey, y'all wilding, man. Chill, you know. So I wanted to share that with you, Akim. Hopefully y'all were edified. Shalom to all of y'all. Stay in the faith. Stay prayed up. Call halal Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakakwadash. Wa Abba Babal.